Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my October 2024 Ascension Energies update. This month's theme is birthing new creations. We have a lot shifting in our sense of awareness. We are moving into a new cycle and new beginnings. Now, the archetypes of this month are the sage and the alchemist. And we have a chakra focus of sixth chakra and ninth chakra, which is the blue star chakra. And this month, you will be heightening in your sense of wisdom, imagination, intuition, psychic perception will be coming online even more, and you'll be going through personal transmutation and alchemical transition. So, a lot of psychospiritual transformation this month, a lot of illumination coming in, and this sense of divine karmic freedom and unlocking the next steps of your divine blueprint of your ascension, who you are, why you're here, your purpose. And we're still in the cosmic creative cycle of fire, and fire brings in more passion and more growth and more accountability and responsibility at the same time. So we're stepping up again this month and moving into this sense of change. Now, this is a greater sense of change than before because the karmic patterning is now gone. We are really stepping into a sense of who we are on a whole new level. And we have a lot of celestial gateways that are helping us this month to transmute the energy within us and really propel us forward personally and collectively in our evolution. So lots shifting, and the olds is falling away even faster now as we move into this month. And we have an eclipse, we have a comet, we have 2 meteor showers, and a super full moon, along with other important portals and gateways that are really refueling this rebirth and shift and calling us to a destiny of a new earth based on a value system that operates from peace, harmony, and love. Now, this month, the inner knowing in ourselves will heighten. Our psychic clarity and intuition will really go up a whole other notch. And it will help us then respond to events outside of ourselves by being really true to who we are and staying in our core. It's building on September's learning. And if you remember when I talked in September, for those of you that watched my September videos, we were connecting more to our expression in the world, to who we are authentically in the world, and our authentic power, and using our willpower to direct our life and move forward despite what's happening outside of us. And as we move into October, then we're building on this sense of intuition and inner knowing so that we can hear what we need to hear and take the next steps forward in our life. We also have more creativity coming in, more imagination, and that will really help this transformation inside of us. So the sixth chakra area is here in the brow area. It has to do with the head, the brain, okay, the autonomic nervous system. And we are going to very much continue to clear in here, but also expand and rewire and heighten our sense of sensitivity and attunement this month. And so it's really giving us the opportunity to sidestep the ego, to open up to all that is more, to oneness, to the vibrational field in the cosmic sense, and bring in new information for ourselves on a deeper level that we know is true. It's universal truth, what's true for us. So we can really bring in this psychic intuitive information to support our path forward. And as well, we have our ninth star chakra. So that's above the head here. That's really going to activate at higher frequencies this month and tune into this sense of greater freedom within ourselves and really allow new opportunities, therefore, and supportive people and places to come in to align with our divine blueprint. And you may be seeing this a bit already as we're going through the eclipse gateways. We're coming to the second one in October, on October 2nd. Our soul is going to fill with more light. The body is going to fill with more light. And it's really going to raise our vibration as we move through this month. All these cosmic energies coming in and help us into this new timeline more rapidly, a new cycle that we're moving into. Now, I mentioned that the 2 archetypes this month are the sage and the alchemist, and they are the archetypes for the sixth chakra that is really shifting within us. And the sage is, again, about wisdom. So it helps us to really make personal decisions with clarity, with purpose, with intuitive insight. And this helps release us from any confusion or depression or mental busyness. So you may be feeling that you've got more mental congestion this month, or you're trying to find your way through to more clarity about your next steps and where you're going in your life. And as these cosmic codes come in, that's going to support you with this. And the sage, as you embody that, does help you with really moving out of any personal stagnation. And the alchemist, which is more the spiritual archetype for the sixth chakra, really assures transformation of the inner self. Okay. When we embrace our life experiences, we can do that so that we can ascend, so that we have self mastery. Okay. Not being in the sense of fear based living or an intellectually ego based living. So there is a big shift that's happening where we're moving more into this sense of inner knowing and authenticity and being in ourself as we move forward, that true self. Now, the alchemist really helps us with this deep sense of inner knowing, okay, this deep sense of inner power to change our current and personal reality. So, by shedding the victim, and I've talked about the victim archetype, we're really working overall with the root chakra this year and shedding that victim. And that's coming in even more as we move into October with being accountable, responsible, because as you're free, as you move into that karmic freedom within yourself, then you have to be more responsible for your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And so, as you move into this and make changes that you need to make as you move forward, then you can really release the old, right? More and more. So, that's happening this month. All right. One of the reasons we really get stuck in the head, okay, in the sixth chakra is fear. We've been fed a lot of fear, and we are continually through our society and through the information that we get. Our current society, and whether we get that from, institutions, from our family, from friends, peers, our current cultural paradigm is really teaching us to mistrust ourselves and doubt our authentic power, so that we have to rely on external sources to feed us, to feed our soul, to feed the sense of who we are. Materialism is a big part of that in our world. And the intellect and the ego take over in that case. So both give us that illusion of control and also control us, right? They control us because we continue to look to outside sources to support us, to give us what we need. And the big shift that is occurring this month, even more, is that we're coming out of this karmic patterning of control and how we take in information and moving into this awakening on even bigger level now and empowerment. So as you move into more awakening and empowerment this month, then you will hear that call of your soul even more and find more passion and purpose in your life. You can, however, work in the opposite way of this, in the shadow way, which is numbing self, distracting self, taking in too much outside information, buying into the fear that will be going on in the world. And there's going to be more fear. And I said there'd be more chaos and fear in the next few months in the world. With war, with elections, there's a lot going on in the world, uprisings that are going to feed the fear of the mind. And the idea is, as we move forward, if we really embrace the energies that are coming through in October, we can really rely on our inner truth and know that all is going to be okay, that we can bring in a new world based on peace and love and harmony, that we can create a paradigm shift, that we can shift our perception of reality. In doing so, we can shift our life, we can shift the world as a collective. And that's something to really stay focused on as you go through this month. Now, the plant spirit ally that came to me for this month for the overall energy and learning is yarrow. And yarrow is a plant ally of the sage archetype. So this month, as you heighten in your awareness, as I described, as you'll be getting more downloads and information, all right, this may push your sensitivity and your discomfort level with your day-to-day reality. You may become more sensitive to what's outside of you as well, right? And there's going to be more information that may be pushing that sensitivity as well, coming at you that is fear-based. And especially if you're already empathic, sensitive, and intuitive, okay, you might find more of that sensitivity increases, not only in your mental busyness or the information or the messages that come through, but also in your nervous system. It might feel more heightened this month. You may have more issues there. So you may go into more overload in the mind, for example, in your thoughts. Um, know that as this information comes in, you're learning how to filter it. Okay, it's like an air traffic controller, what you let in, what you don't let in, and how you time that. And innately, you're learning to do that. And the celestial events that are happening are supporting you that way. And yarrow, as a plant ally, really teaches us to protect psychic boundaries. So that's something that you will be needing to be aware of and your individual energy field this month as you open up and merge more with the universal field. But at the same time, we're trying to keep out the toxic energies around you if there are toxic energies or too much energy, too much overloading you. Okay, so this is about learning to have really good energetic boundaries as well this month. So overall, Yarrow's message is I'm a fusion of psychic illumination with physical awareness. Okay, so this is about really cultivating those stronger energetic boundaries this month, and as well, though, then deepening your intuitive insight and overall energy around us, pulling that in more, but having healthy empathy. Okay, that's a big thing to focus on this month for yourself. Healthy empathy. Okay, let's look at the vibrational products I have for you that can support you this month. As I said, as we move into really focusing more on the mind, I have the Sage Essence and Elixir, which really helps you to have more clarity and connection to your inner wisdom and intuition. And Yarrow, the plant ally I talked about, is contained in both of those products, along with other helpful plant and crystal allies. I also have the Alchemist Essence and Elixir, which really supports to still your mind and reduce any negative or worrisome thoughts. Okay, that's what the Alchemist helps with and connects you more fully to that inner knowing so that you can live with passion and purpose and co creation and clarity and peace. Right? It also dissolves those unconscious cords that we can connect to, that negativity from others in our lives or events in our lives. And you'll be needing to focus on that this month. Also, I have the blue or ninth star chakra essence, which really supports this integration more of the earthly self with the divine self, which is what's going to be happening more this month to you, and assisting, therefore, in your passion, your purpose, your desires, and abundance, because all of that works together in the new abundance timeline that I've been talking about this year. And it also supports you to connect to these other realms and dimensions so that you can bring in new information, new talents that you have already may unlock more, meaning you'll feel more confident in them, will come online more. You'll want to put them out into the world more as that ninth star chakra ignites within you. Also, I have the fire element essence, which really supports you to step out of conformity and shine your light. That's what you're being asked to more and more, and take any internal energy and passion or angst within you and really direct that towards creative projects and what you want to create in your life. I also have the galactic shapeshifter essence. I have the illumination spray for you and illumination tea, all of those supporting you to move forward, to meet the challenges in your life, to protect these psychic boundaries and balance your energy field as you go through the month, to really unlock that sixth chakra and expand, because you're going to have an expansion in here, okay, to the cosmos, to clarity of your mind, what's true for you, connection to the higher self, standing more firmly in that for yourself. Okay. And really letting go of any of the fear or anger that you get from what may be happening around you in this earthly realm. Okay. To stay stable in that, to have more harmony in that and balance. So I have more there in my newsletter and the blog on my website. If you want to take a look at that, I have a written update that has more information in it and tells you more about the products, and you could take a look there for yourself. We'll move on now to psychospiritual and physical symptoms. So lots going on again this month. The body mind is really going to keep shifting for the remainder of the year. and we need to continue to lighten the load. So, as I said last month, the adrenals, the immune system were getting hit hard, and they still are to some degree this month. But as those boundaries strengthen and you bring in more light from the cosmos, the body will get stronger as you move to that next level. But clean out the clutter, really take care of the health of your body. You need a strong container as we go forward. So, self care in the ways that work for you and that you feel called to do, and that you're feeling your body needs. So really trust that as you go forward and get the help where you need to. You know, I work with clients on this because there's certain things that need attention and support, and other things will shift on their own. And, you know, the more we connect to our body, the more we can sense what we need. So the areas most affected this month are the head and the brain, also the eyes, the autonomic nervous system, the pituitary and the hypothalamus gland. So that's part of what happens in here. They're the ones that, for example, the hypothalamus helps with the body's, like it's a smart control center. So its main job is to keep the body in a stable state of homeostasis. Okay. It's what's being affected this month. And this is about helping us find more balance. The pituitary is also part of that, and it helps with several hormone systems. And the hypothalamus directs the pituitary gland in the brain. And I won't go into that too much, but basically, the idea is that your hormones may go off more this month, okay, because these two glands support that. Your metabolism may go off this month. But also, as you come into more balance, you may find that your metabolism is supported better, that you are feeling a little bit better in that way. So you'll have to see what happens with your body this month. But essentially, those two areas, metabolism and reproduction and hormones, okay, for women, your cycle might go off more. It might even out more. You'll have to see what happens, but that will be affected more because the brain is being affected. Okay. We also have the heart still involved in this and the thymus because we have the subconscious here. Lots still percolating in here through our dreams, and we are healing still. There's a trauma residue that we're healing here. The large intestine might still be affected, the legs, the knees, the feet, the adrenals, and the immune system, because that's part of the root chakra that's shifting quite a bit, along with the digestive function, because our power center is still going to keep shifting as we go through the rest of this year. All right, so positive symptoms from this month will be increased wisdom, emotional intelligence, better emotional intelligence, visionary consciousness. So if you're someone who is working on new ideas, you'll see more and more that that's going to come online for you, and you'll have more clarity around that. Your imagination can heighten, your intuition will come more online. There can be more illuminative insight, perspective, and discernment. So really being able to tell when things are happening around you, what it's really all about. Okay, psychic perception, attuning, greater inner knowing and higher truth for yourself, more self-love and self-acceptance and soul purpose, and continuing to release then what doesn't serve you as you move through this great deep-seated transformation that you're going through. You may have more engaged productivity. You might feel more revved up and more passionate about things, and knowing more clearly what it is you need to do and put out in the world, or the steps you need to take. So those are the positive symptoms this month. Where we can go into some shadow and negative symptoms are we can have a very heightened nervous system, viral overloads coming into play, trauma residue still coming up for people, ego issues where we battle with the ego instead of really being firmly in that sense of heart-centeredness, perfectionism. We can have lack of drive. There'll be more lymph congestion as we release toxins through the lymph system, starting in the head, still with, and lymph is about undigested emotions. It's like where all the garbage leaves. Okay. And if you're having lymph issues, it means there's more garbage trying to leave from you. And we can have more fever, cold, flu symptoms. So you might have that this month. Dizziness, headaches. There might be more nose sinus congestion, low energy, poor sleep. You might have more nightmares. Again, as more of that trauma residue comes up, and you're picking up more outside of you. Okay, memory loss. So anything to do with the brain, there's going to be more there. All right. Still immune issues to some degree. You might have low self-esteem, self-doubt, not sure if what you're receiving information to act on is what you need, and just really sit with things until you're clear. Okay. Again, this is having to listen and be receptive instead of thinking it out, right? It's the listening is what you want, not the squirrel brain. So work with that this month. I have all of those symptoms as well in my written update, so you could take a look there for more. Okay, and finally, we have cosmic dates. A lot supporting us this month. Okay, a lot of energy coming through, and the veil is going to be quite thin, a lot of cosmic information and coding. So October 2nd, we have a new moon in Libra and an annular solar eclipse. So it closes off the eclipse gateway that started in September. And this is a very masculine, divine masculine energy that's coming through, more manifestation type energy. October 7th, we have a meteor shower, the Draconid meteor shower. We have October 8th, 1088 gateway. So again, this is more about new beginnings, more abundance coming in. October 10th, we have the 1010 gateway. So it's supportive of that. We have October 17th, a super full moon in Aries. And then we have October 21st, 22nd, another meteor shower is peaking as well. And we have a comet. I mentioned that we have a comet this month. Now, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this comet because I will butcher it. But there is a comet that is coming through. And on September 27th, it passed by the sun and collected energy from the sun. That'll be more divine cosmic coding in the masculine energy and came through. And it's now moving towards the earth and will come for a very close encounter on October 12th. Now, comets carry very ancient cosmic coding. So usually they're messengers and they come during certain upgrade times. And this is what I've channeled over the years when I see them come through. And normally when they're around DNA upgrades. So we just had a DNA upgrade in August for those of you again that follow and along with me. And this brings greater shifts in consciousness. They bring in these great collective shifts in consciousness. And this month in October is a big shift that way as we and more of us move into the sense of awakening and, hearing the call of our soul, walking our own path authentically, breaking away from the paradigms that do not serve us and keep us in fear and disempowerment. The comet is bringing in the energy to herald this awakening. And comets take these long loops around the galaxy and they collect energy and wisdom when they travel. So again, this big spiritual awakening is coming in this month again. And so know that you're moving through in this time of awakening and need to be really aware of your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Okay. Keep your frequency high. You're going to be moving to a higher vibration and make the most out of this upgrade for yourself. So that's the update for this month. And remember, you're awakening to a whole new level of perception and creating a reality that fits your beliefs and values, that aligns with your soul mission and your purpose. So stay focused on that no matter what is happening outside of you and around you. I'm taking some time off, so I'll see you mid-October for a full moon update. And I'm sending you so much love.